Hello, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting. Today is another episode of quick dinners around 15, 20, well definitely under half an hour, but I'm aiming for 15-minute dinners. And it's episode 3. First one was pasta. Second one was the memory, Stacey. What was the second episode? The corn fritters. So delicious. Shut the front gate. Both of them were shut the front gate recipes actually. This one is the Big Mac inspired smash taco. It's been a viral video for the last few years. It's delicious, but I'm going to make it today and show you just how easy it was. If you love the Big Mac taste but you want to make it at home where you can control everything, this is the recipe for you. So the first thing we're going to do is, well, I've just been into town and I picked up some fresh beef mince. My goodness, $29.95 for a kilo of beef mince. What? WTF. Mince used to be the cheap thing that you would feed a family on. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I've got around, I don't know, 700 grams. Just get as much mince as you need for your family. And I've picked up some, just some really Woolies 15 tortillas, just sort of this size here, which are going to be perfect. I've got an iceberg lettuce. We're going to make the Big Mac sauce, so let's get straight into that Big Mac sauce. Right, I have my stainless steel pan slowly heating up, and I'm just going to grab a teaspoon. Here's my little bowl. Right, so we're going with about, I don't know, about a cup of mayo. Yeah, it's around about a cup. We are going to get about half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Same of the onion powder. And just want some paprika. A couple of tablespoons of tomato sauce. I personally like to put a little bit of dried dill in mine. If you don't like it, you can leave it out. I've got some pickle juice and some sweet and tangy pickles. So I'm just going to slice a whole heap of these up. And you want quite a nice fine dice. That one's got a bit of a funny spot in the middle. So I've got all of those chopped up. There's quite a bit in there, but if you don't like pickles that much, just have less. But I love a good pickle. Give it a really good mix. You definitely want to make this up first. But I always like to have some of this made up, and it keeps in the fridge for ages. So if you've already got some made up, it's going to save you some time as well. Okay, I'm just going to try it, see if it needs anything else. Just put a tiny dash of salt in there. So good. Needs a little bit more of the pickle juice. And a little bit more tomato sauce. looking a bit better. Try it. That's spot on. Right, just going to wash up some lettuce, dice it thinly, pop it in here into some water just to crisp it up, and let's get starting making these smash burger tacos. You want to get the lettuce nice and thin. I forgot to add some yellow American mustard to this, so I've put about a teaspoon into the Big Mac sauce. I've got some leftover onions from last night's American hot dogs. I'm going to dice them up real thin because they are raw onions, but it is typically in a Big Mac. So we just want to make sure that they're nice and fine. Okay, so we've got everything laid out, and like I said, you could pre-prep this in the morning before you go to work, or at the start of the week or whatever, to save yourself even more time. Personally, I like to have grated cheese already in my fridge, things like that. My pan is should be just about ready and hot, and then honestly it's just like, you could do these on the barbecue and then cook a whole heap all at once, or you could put two pans on the stove top. I'm just going to make a couple for my early dinner, and then I'll cook the rest later tonight for the rest of the family. So the first thing is just going to grab your tortilla, and the easiest way I find is you want to get it nice and thin layer right all the way to the outer of the tortilla, because it will sort of contract. And if you make it too thick, then it's just going to be it's going to take longer to cook. And there you go, there's the first one. I'm going to pop that on the pan. Right, there's no oil in there, there's enough fat. Right, let's give it a really good push down. And just leave it alone. It will come up once it's sort of browned, and then it'll be ready for flipping. But what I think I will do is just put just a slight spray of oil on the top so it crisps up. I'm going to turn that down to a medium. Each one will only take a few minutes. Right, the first one stuck. Didn't have this problem the last time I made these, so I don't know. These things happen. That won't be wasted. I'm going to put it in a bowl and put all the other stuff on top, and we'll still eat that. I've changed my pan. Let's try this non-stick. And I actually want to put a little bit of salt on top of that meat. Like I said, a barbecue would be really good, but I think we'll go with could be the tortillas as well. Let's go with that non-stick, see if that makes a difference. You can already see that this is more pliable. Now I'm just going to turn this. And I'm going to help myself by using a plate. That's better. And now I'm just going to crisp up this side. That looks really good. Now I'm just going to pop some cheese over the top. And just cover the pan just for the cheese to melt. And that's crisping up quite nicely. Right, so this one is ready, and let's put the fixings on. Okay, so I want to put some Big Mac sauce down the bottom. Of course, you do whatever you want to do. Some dried lettuce. I'm going to pop in some onion. Couple of extra pickles because I love my pickles, and I'm just going to top with a bit more dressing. Look at that, beautiful. Yum. Okay, let's try this. Now you just know it's going to be a messy one. Let's go for it. Honestly, it's so good. If you love Big Mac burgers, there's less carbs in this because you've got less bread, less sugar, because their bread's quite sugary. This is so good. And that other wasted one, I ain't gonna waste it. Throw that in a bowl, chuck all the other ingredients in there. It'll be perfectly yummy. Alright, I'm going to go and enjoy this. Hope you give this one a go. Quick and easy dinner, depending on how many you're cooking for. Getting it all together is going to take you less time than if you had to go and go and get takeaways. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully. Bye for now. Oh. I never invented it, but it shut the front gate good, I tell you. I'll put this recipe up on the website.